Recently, I had these two boxes show up which contain a whole bunch of parts I bought from Bowser. Usually, I wouldn't entertain filming something like this, but this is a very special situation. At the start of August 2026, Bowser announced that they would no longer be supporting their old steam locomotive kits, and any remaining parts they had would be on sale for 99 cents until August 31st, when everything remaining would be scrapped. So I spent what is admittedly way too much money getting a ton of old Bowser parts. Some of these are nice to have things, and others are parts that I want to use on some upcoming projects. If you're seeing this before August 31st, 2026, you still have time to go on Bowser's website and order some of these parts. I'll actually put a link to that down below. So let's dive in, take a breath, and go through both these boxes, and I'll start with the one on top. First, it looks like we've got a whole bunch of parts in this bag. So I'll set this aside and we'll go through this later on, but we've got some bigger pieces in this box. Here we have a pair of boilers. I believe one of these is for an 060, and offhand, I don't remember what boiler this goes to. After checking the invoice, I believe that this is a PRR H9, and this is a PRR B6. And here we've got two more boilers. I believe one of these goes to a Mikado and the other goes to a Northern, but they look super similar, so offhand, I'm not entirely sure which is which. I think this is the Northern boiler, though. And then the last pieces in this box are a whole bunch of original motors. It looks like a minor casualty was suffered in transit, but this isn't anything I can't fix. Now let's go through this mysterious bag of parts. I believe this should be a chassis for our B6, and I think... yeah, this all seems to line up pretty well. So I think this boiler and this chassis go together. We've got some eccentric rivets. These are probably going to be useful at some point. I believe this is a trailing truck for a Northern. I want to say this is either a part for a Casey Jones locomotive or for the B6. I'm not 100% sure on that. We've got some valve gear rivets. This should be the back plate for the B6. I think these are cylinders for a Varney, I think it's a Casey Jones, I think. I'll have to double check my invoice. I think these are potentially guides for a Bowser Challenger. Then these are a whole bunch of little geared wheels. These might make for a fun little project. I think this is another detail piece for the B6. I think this is another valve gear piece of some sort. Then right here, I've got a couple more random pins. I've got this, which I believe is something to do with the worm gear for a Bowser Challenger. I think this is one of the end plates for it. Got another valve gear piece of some sort. I honestly have no clue what this part is. And then we've got a whole bunch of little pickups. I thought these would be very useful for something down the road. Just to fact check myself really quick, these are indeed cylinders for a Casey Jones. This is indeed the underframe for the B6. And again, these are some random valve pieces. I can't exactly pinpoint them on my invoice. And then this little piece is a bell. But everything you see here that came out of that box only cost me 44 bucks. So let me clean all this stuff up and we can move on to the second box, which I think has a lot more parts in it. Now, box number 2. Alright, I got this thing open and I took a look at my invoices, and I have to give Bowser a shout out here. They shipped 2 of my orders in one box, and without me even asking, they refunded me the shipping, which is really, really nice of them. But let's go through everything in here. I'll take out the 2 biggest things I see first, and it's 2 very long strips of brass handrail. Or well, I guess technically just brass wire. In most cases on Bowser models, this is used as handrails, but you could probably find some other use for it as well. Here I've got a Brill Trolley shell. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with this, but I thought it was too neat to pass up. Alright, and it looks like everything else in here is split up into little baggies, so I'll get these out and move the box out of the way. Now, let's go bag by bag. I'll start with this one, which I think just has some more motors inside. In here, I've got a pair of tender chassis. I've got this underframe, which I believe goes to a Varney 040, or I guess a Bowser 040 would be more accurate. And I've got these 2 plates, which I believe go to a Challenger, and I think these cylinders might also go to a Challenger, but I'm not 100% sure here. I just verified, yep, these are both Challenger parts. I've got another tender chassis. I don't know exactly what locomotive this goes to. This might be another Challenger part. I believe these are 2 more Challenger cylinders. These should both be Challenger trailing trucks. These should be Challenger smoke boxes, potentially. These 2 are quite cool. These are some new axles from my Bowser or Penline GG1. I'm not entirely sure which one it is, but these are new parts for that locomotive, and I honestly didn't think I'd be able to find these. I've got some random coupling pieces here. I've got 2 more worm gear pieces, which I believe are also for a Challenger. I think whatever this piece is, this little, I guess it's the cow catcher, is also for the Challenger. This should be the 040 underplate, potentially. This, I believe, is the front truck for the Challenger, and another one. I think these are some air compressors that go to the Challenger. And I think these are a couple more like brass pieces that potentially go to the Challenger. This, I believe, is a valve gear hanger for a Casey Jones locomotive, and this one is definitely a Challenger part. And this is kind of cool. This is Bowser's rivet tool, which if I'm working on steam locomotives more than I already am, this I think will be very useful to have. I think some of you may be able to notice a common theme that's appearing here, and don't worry, there's more of those parts in here. There's going to be a lot of these, but these are main rods for a Challenger. I definitely ordered way too many of these, so I'll just start piling them up right here as I dig them out. Okay, I think that's all of them. But yeah, these are 8 main rods for a Bowser Challenger. And then I believe this is some of the piping detail that goes to a Bowser Challenger. All of these many pieces. These, I think, are valve gear hangers for a Challenger. I think these are also some Challenger rods, which I definitely ordered way too many of. And here's another one. Another, what I believe is a Challenger valve gear hanger. I can't remember the names of these parts, but they also go to the Challenger. I've got some pickups. These pieces, which again go to a Challenger. I've got some drive shafts. And then I've got a couple of these little brass rods. I think most of the parts in here are more common steam locomotive parts and some other gearing components. I've got a whole bunch of worm gears. I think these are air reservoirs for the Bowser Challenger, and more of them. I don't feel like I need to highlight every single one of these, but these are just more Challenger parts. I honestly have no clue what these two pieces are. I'm sure I ordered them for some reason, but they're kind of interesting. They're clear plastic. We've got this, which looks kind of like a pilot or trailing truck assembly of some sort. I've got more worm gear mounts. Looks like some more generic locomotive valve gear pieces. A couple little like brass pieces. Again, I don't know exactly what these go to, but they might be for a Challenger or some articulated locomotive. We've got some plastic wheel sets, which are probably for a leading or trailing truck of some sort. We've got a bunch of screws and a spacer. We've got some more couplings and adapters. And then I don't think anything else in here is super important to highlight. These are mostly like really small steam locomotive valve gear pieces. And here we have the final bag, and this should be a lot of common hardware and things like that. Here's a bunch of washers. Here are some crank pin screws. Some more crank pin screws. More of them. More of them. More of them. Here we've got some flat, and it looks like kind of tapered 256s. Some more of those. These are more crank pin screws. These are more generic 256 screws. These, I can't remember exactly what locomotive these go to, but I believe these are some walkways and ladders and things like that. These are some like lead truck springs for a lot of big steam locomotives, such as the Challenger and potentially a Northern that's got like a really big leading truck. These are more of them, more of them, more, and more. And I'm sure even outside of steam locomotives, I can find some pretty good uses for these springs. And there's some more. These are a much thicker washer than the ones we saw earlier. These are some valve gear rivets. More of them. These are 0090 screws. That's a very unusual and small size. And these ones, more valve gear rivets. Some link pivot rivets. Eccentric rivets. These are, I believe, more 256s with an interesting head design. These are some crosshead screws. These are some more 256s, and some more of the same. Here we've got some spacers, some really generic 256s. These I can use in a lot of different things. Some crosshead screws, eccentric rivets, radius rod rivets, crank pin screws, and it looks like our final piece of this entire lot are some more crank pin screws. I've clearly made a pretty big mess of my desk, so let me clean this up, leave some of the more noteworthy pieces out, and we will wrap this all up. While many of these parts may seem like frivolous expenditures, I've got reasons for buying everything that I bought here. Again, keep in mind that everything here is 99 cents, and at the end of the month, Bowser is scrapping everything they have left. And really, I got all this stuff for three main reasons. The first of which is that some of this stuff just seemed too cool to pass up. I could not resist getting all these shells for only 99 cents each, and while sure, I don't really have any plans for them right now, later down the line, I might come across some other parts or some other projects that I can make use of these on. Who knows, I could find one of these locomotives with a boiler that's in really bad shape, and in that case, I just so happen to have one of these replacements I could use. The second reason is the theme you might have noticed. I've got a Bowser Challenger, which I acquired a really long time ago, and it's in quite rough shape. So basically, I went on Bowser's website and ordered every single part for the Challenger I could find, and that was almost everything excluding the boiler, one piece of the chassis, and the drivers. So in the upcoming months, stay tuned. I might be entirely rebuilding a Bowser Challenger, and that'll be something which will be fun to watch. The third, and absolutely the biggest reason why I got all these parts, has to do with how much I work on older locomotives. If you've seen any of my other videos, you'll know that I like working on old locomotives, be it Tychos, Atherns, old Bowsers, Penline locomotives, anything you can possibly think of, I like to work on. So, by having a huge inventory of extra parts, there is a higher likelihood that I'll have some rare piece I need to finish a project. And one of these I've actually got to point out, this chassis right here. A few years ago, I had a Varney Docksider that I tried to fix. Every component except for the chassis was good. So if I had this piece a couple years ago, I would have a Varney Docksider in my fleet that would probably still be running strong today. But since I didn't have this, I was not able to save that locomotive. Getting these motors brand new is also really huge for me. I don't know exactly what locomotives I can put them in, but in cases where I have a bad motor, I could definitely throw one of these into some older model just to get it moving again. And another really big part of this has to do with the steam locomotives I work on. A lot of these older models are just kind of in rough shape, and a lot of them need valve gear work. Historically, I have not had the parts to do that type of work, but now I do, so I can definitely do a lot more fiddly stuff with some steam locomotives, and I can actually get them closer to 100%. So long story short, while a lot of these pieces are fun to have, and I'll have a new project to work on based on a lot of the parts I bought, this whole lot of stuff should be a huge game changer when it comes to working on locomotives in the future. So the $250-ish I spent on all these parts was absolutely worth it, especially since they will no longer exist at the end of this month. Now I've got a question for all of you. With the components I bought, what other projects should I try and tackle? I'd like to try and do something creative with all these parts, but I don't have any ideas, and I'd love to hear what you have to say. While it kinda sucks that Bowser is discontinuing their support of old models like these, I'm really happy that I was able to get all of these parts for so cheap. And who knows, years down the line, I might be extremely thankful that I bought all these parts from Bowser. But now I've got to thank all of you for watching. Usually I wouldn't just unbox parts like these, but I felt like this was too special of a circumstance to not. And again, just a reminder, take a look at Bowser's website and order whatever parts you might need before they all get scrapped on the 31st of August.